Hi everyone, it's Shel from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. So today is the first collab of 2025. I am working with Terra and Marie and we are doing a winter themed card. So I'm going to be using some of the new honeybee products that I got from the Black Friday sale as well as the last sale, the last video, which was the haul. So the first one is the fireplace. The second one, we are going to be using the Christmas add-ons. We're going to be using the rocking chair as well as the pillow. So I'm going to show you how to put the rocking chair together. First, I'm going to show you how to do it wrong, and then I'm going to show you how to do it right. So do not put the frame on first. Make sure that you put the arms and the legs of the rocking chair on before you put the frame on. That goes over top of it. I realized it once, you can see there where I'm like, oh crap, I did it wrong. So don't make the same mistake that I did. Put the arms and the legs on first and then put the frame on. I did cut it out from two different shades of brown cardstock. The bottom layer is a shiny, like metallic brown, and then the top is a craft cardstock. I do eventually go over this with a little bit of distress ink that was on, or distress oxide that was on one of my brushes, just to give it a little bit more shading. So now we're going to put together the fireplace. I had cut this fireplace piece out from two pieces of cardstock because the color that I had wasn't long enough. So I just taped it together, and this is going to be the base. You're not going to be able to tell because we're going to put so many layers on top of it. It's not even going to be an issue. So I'm using some hickory smoke distress oxide to go over the embossing on this fireplace frame. I do think that I forget to put that top piece on, the one that you just saw me put to the side. I do think I forget to put it on in the end. There are so many pieces to this fireplace and so many, you don't have to use them all. I thought I was going to, and then I just didn't. So I'm taking I think this is a C5 Copic marker, and I am going into the parts where the like the grout lines would be between the stones or the mortar or whatever you want to call it. And I am just going over all of those pieces to kind of outline the rocks. Once it was done, I thought it was too dark compared to the base. So what I did was I took some hickory smoke and went over those stones, made the stones darker, and then it also brought back that Copic marker. Like it wasn't so heavy or dark. So I am now taking that piece that has the arches in it, and I am putting a highlight on the right side. And in person, it really makes it look like it has dimension. So I'm going to take my Barely Arts glue and glue this down. I do eventually switch to the larger bottle. This bottle just kept, even though I had it upright, it was just, the glue just kept coming out of the top and I couldn't get it to stop. So I put the pin in it, and I'll figure that out later. Going back in with a Copic marker and going over the embossing lines on some of these items. And so while you're watching me do this, because it's a lot of repetitive stuff, I'm going in with the Copic marker. I'm also going in with some Distress Oxide on certain pieces and putting this together. So while we're doing that, I thought that I would do a little bit of a story time because I really haven't done any videos since the Christmas series ended. After that series, I always feel like I need a couple of weeks to wind down because it is a lot. It's 2 videos a week. While I love doing it, and then also doing projects with the girls and craft stuff and doing cards for Christmas, which I didn't even send any Christmas cards out this year, which I feel terrible about, but it just was crazy with school and work and traveling. So unfortunately, I didn't do any of that, but I just kind of felt like I needed a little bit of time off. I started to clean the craft room, organize it. I had said that I was going to show you the cart. I think when I was in the haul video, I will put pictures of those up probably in the next video. I might even do like a little tour of it, but I have a coloring cart and a Christmas cart. So really just trying to organize things a little bit better. I have a ton of stamps and dies and things that I'm probably going to sell and or give away, just because I have things that I haven't used in a really long time, and then I keep getting new stuff because I feel like I need to have it all. Excuse me. And I need some room. So I think I'm going to reorganize my stamps. I'm going to go through everything again. I do have some piles from the last time that I did it, which was, my goodness, it was over a year ago, and I haven't done anything with those stamps. So I do need to get some stuff out. So if anybody is interested in any stamps that I have, I know I have a lot of Concord and Ninth. I have Kindred stamps. I think I have some MFT that are in there, some Sassy and Crafty, which is no longer a company. I think I have Mama Elephant. So pretty much a lot of the major names. I think I might even have some Honeybee. I think I may have released a couple of those, but not a ton. But I definitely have some stamp sets that I do need to sell. So if you guys are interested in seeing any of them, let me know, and I can let you know what I have, and we can work something out. But I do need to do that. So I've been organizing the craft room. I had about almost a month off from school. So I enjoyed my nights and my weekends being free again. I kind of was a lo-fi, kind of just hung out on the couch. I read a ton of books and just enjoyed the downtime. But now I'm back into school, into statistics. So those are my two classes. I have a quant class and a qual class. I am not a big fan of statistics. I actually just had to write a paper on how I use statistics in my job, and I was like, I don't use statistics ever, and actually I do. So it was kind of funny that I didn't even realize that some of the stuff that I did was related to statistics or statistical techniques. So I wrote that. That was turned in the other day. Don't have any homework for this week. I am going for residency in a couple of weeks, and then right after that, I do go to Florida for work. We have a food show down there, and I am going to get to go to Disney. We're actually staying on Disney property this time. We're staying at Coronado Springs. Last time I was down there for work, didn't get to go to Disney, and we stayed... I think we stayed closer to Universal. We did stay closer to Universal, but this time we're actually going to be on Disney property. So I will be going to Magic Kingdom that Monday night, the first night where we don't really have anything. We're just setting up for the show. But I will be going to Disney because I don't have class. Wednesday I do have class, so I have to try to figure it out. So we're going to Magic Kingdom Monday, and then potentially going to Hollywood Studios on Wednesday, and then because they have the after hours programs, and then flying home on Thursday. So it'll be nice because I'll have been gone for a week, and the kittens will probably miss me. So yeah, so that's pretty much excuse me, all that's going on with me. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and hope everybody had a great Christmas and New Year's, and 2025 hopefully is off to a good start for all of you guys. We had some devastating news within the family, so it's been a rough year for us already, and just trying to stay positive and and just get through everything. So 2025 started off a little rough, and hoping it gets better. Hopefully everybody, all my viewers are doing good, and missed making videos and seeing your comments. So all right, so let's get back to the card. So I put the fireplace together. You saw me do some ink blending. So I ink blended onto white cardstock and then cut it out for the flames as well as the logs. You'll see me do the same technique that I did with the logs with the floorboard when we put the card together. And I take some of the Distress Oxide and run it over top of an embossed piece, and the embossed parts will catch the ink, and then the places that are indented do not catch the ink. So here we go. So this is a plank from Honeybee Stamps. I'm going to run it through my bitty buzz cutter, and then I'm going to use that Distress Oxide to go over the top of it. I did that same technique with the logs. So I wanted to do something different. Originally, I had that I was going to do a trifold card, and I was going to be a window in the front so you could see through it and see into the fireplace scene. But then I got this in the mail the other day, and I was like, wait a second, this is sort of like that, but you're going to be able to, it's only 2 pieces instead of having to do a trifold and then trying to figure out where the cut lines are and everything and cut the window. And I was like, let me do this. But let's step it up a little bit and let's do a shaker, because I wanted it to look like it was snowing outside, so that you were looking through the window, through the snow, at this fireplace with the rocking chair, because in New Jersey it is freezing. It's below freezing, actually. I think today is a high of 20 something. The other day was a high of 11. So it has been so cold here, and I don't remember any other year in the recent past that has been this cold. So I have been freezing and trying not to go out too much. So I thought that this is just the perfect scene to sit by the fireplace, and the rocking chair is just thinking sitting there with a book and a blanket, and that's like my idea of, like a cozy winter day. So when we thought winter theme, thought this is what I was going to do. So I'm using this, it almost looks like a snowfall background, as the wallpaper, and then gluing the floor down onto it. And then I'm going to attach that to the inside piece. Now, I did make it smaller than the inside because I didn't want it to be near those fold lines. You're not really going to see the edges of it anyway once it's folded up. So I did just leave a teeny tiny bit. But if you do go over the edges, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to fold. So I would recommend you cutting a little sliver off on either side, just so that it fits in there nicely and it folds nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and put some foam tape onto the back of this, because this is such a dimensional card. Like, you can make this a dimensional card. I wanted to have a lot of dimension on it. You can put layers on the bottom of this. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to create dimension with foam. So I am going to cut down extremely small pieces of foam and put it behind the chair. Unfortunately, my camera was basically dead, and or there was no more room in it. So I had to end up, some of the video didn't come out. But I did cut this piece down. This is a piece of the packaging from those large dies. I cut that down so it's open on 3 sides. Put the foam, 1 layer of foam tape down. The white circles are actually snowflakes, and then I put some of the sparkle blends in there, and they have some snowflakes and some just like little gem pieces in there. I put those all in there, close that up, and then we're going to glue it to the back side of that snowflake piece. I did cut out 2 frames, if you noticed. I cut out a navy blue one and then this snowflake one. And I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to use, but I went with the snowflakes again because the snowflake theme. So I thought, like, that's the outside of the house with snowflakes all over the side of it. Kind of really deep thinking about this, I guess. But I just thought that I thought that went better with it instead of the navy. You could have done either one. You could have done any color. So I used the larger bottle of Barely Arts glue to add glue to the sides, and then I'm going to put the box together, shake it up, and then that is the card for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you check out Marie and Tara's videos, and I'll see you again real soon for another video. Bye!